Hey guys, I'm Bianca.
And I'm Siobhan.
And you're in for a Brewed Awakening. Booyah. Okay. Nailed it. As you know, we're located in the LA area. We are doing okay. I think that everybody in LA right now knows somebody who's been drastically affected by the fires. Personally, I was evacuated from the Eaton fire. I'm okay. Family's okay. House is okay. But my heart goes out to all the people who were like really, really badly affected, and hoping that this is all taken care of soon. So, yes, why don't you go ahead and talk about Chato?
All right. So as some of our diehard Chato fans might know, we do have a tea room located in Pasadena, and it has since reopened. It reopened over the weekend. So if you would like to visit, you can. We don't recommend travel. It's kind of crazy and hectic right now. But it has reopened, and maybe just kind of keep in touch with our socials. If anything changes, that's where we'll post any updates. But I think for now, that's kind of where it's all at. I know they've made some great progress, though. It's at over 30% contained, so fingers crossed that,
Yeah, so both the Pasadena and Hollywood locations were closed for a few days. The Hollywood location, that was kind of scary because you can see the Hollywood sign, and there was like a fire right there. Yeah. And that was kind of scary, but
that one's contained.
Yeah, that one is contained. So
thankfully,
thank God.
Yeah, so we just wanted to kind of touch base on that right now. But why don't we kind of jump into the rest of the pod?
Yes. So this is our first pod back from New Year's or into the new year.
Holidays.
The holidays happened. I was very excited. I'll talk about what I did.
Yeah, go ahead.
I went to Taiwan and Korea, and that was really like an amazing time. I'm like a tea, obviously, fan, aficionado, sommelier. And I had such a great time in Taiwan, especially when it came to tea. I got to go to the Jufin the Jufin Market, which is like on the hills, and it overlooks like the ocean, and Taiwan is such a small country, and I really learned that when I got there. Obviously, I mean, if you look at it on a map, obviously it's small. But
geography, they don't teach that in the United States. We don't have geography classes, so.
But I was like looking out. I felt like so silly because I was looking. I was like, oh my God, there's water. Like I thought it was a lake, and they're like, no, that's the ocean. Like, because I was
what ocean does it? Is it the Indian?
I believe I was looking at the Pacific Ocean. I don't.
Taiwan is in the Pacific Ocean.
It's the Pacific?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But is it all the Pacific? Isn't it one side the Indian or no?
No.
No, it's all Pacific.
It's all Pacific. Oh, okay.
Geography, man.
See, they didn't teach geography in American schools.
But they really didn't.
They did teach geography.
They absolutely did. You guys just talked through all of your classes.
No, I just read books, actually. I was too shy.
They didn't. No, wait, hang on. No, I stand with they did not teach.
You went to a California public school. You can look up the curriculum for California public schools.
Well, actually, so when
I did not have a geography class.
Yeah, so like in Europe, they have geography classes.
We had to just to say, there's also a guest here. It's Brendan.
What
I
up?
remember in school, we also had to do, there was a whole test of us having to fill out not only the American states, but also a whole map of other countries.
Yeah.
Okay, so that I did at Trinity. I never did that in high school.
Really?
Yeah. See, and that's I didn't do that in high school, but I mean, we went to the same school, but
oh wow,
well, all three of us went to the same school, but you were there after we were. But when I mean they didn't teach geography.
Yeah. I'm just saying, all three of you went to the same high school.
Yeah. We all had different experiences. That should tell you something.
I know.
I feel so.
I genuinely think, because this is the case for most people, is that you just didn't pay attention in class.
Yeah. I paid attention in class. I would have loved geography.
Listen,
geography was my favorite thing. We learned little bits, but
I paced out at 12:15 every day, and I was at the golf course because I got out early.
I was there until 3, and nobody pulled out a map. Nobody pulled out a map and was like, "Where's Taiwan?
Yeah, it's not like
where
Europe,
are the Philippines?"
Where you have a designated geography class. It's just kind of lightly touched on. I feel like in American school systems.
Did you, Brendan? Did you have a
full
geography
But I went to a private Catholic school.
Yeah, he went to a private.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like I did geography at a private
public
Christian school, and I didn't do it in a public school. So
Yeah.
there you go.
And we only ever went to public school, so
Yeah.
like
went
we
to a
didn't.
public high school, and they had us do the American states as well as other countries on it.
Yeah, see, we only did the American
Oh,
states.
it's entirely possible that they changed the curriculum.
Yeah.
After we left.
Anyway. So
Okay,
Bianca,
anyway, back to-
about your visit to I don't remember the name, but
Okay.
you looked out, there was ocean that you thought was not ocean at first, but it was.
It was the ocean. It was really, really pretty. It was just a beautiful scene. So what happens is in this tea room, you go inside and you sit down. It's all super rustic and just amazing. It's like an old market. Like, I don't know how old, but it's super old. And you walk in super tight alleyways the whole way through. You have to walk all the way through a single alley. There's no like shortcuts to get there. And anyway, so you sit down. We had to wait a little while for a table, and a lady comes out and she does like a little tea ceremony. And I actually have it filmed. So I filmed her doing it. So I'll send that to you. We can post it.
I'd love to see that.
And she does a whole little tea ceremony, and it's so nice. And it was so cold in Taiwan.
So wait, what was served?
It was we drank I believe it was Alishan oolong.
Okay.
Yeah, and Alishan is a mountain in Taiwan, and that's where that oolong comes from. So Taiwan is known for their oolongs. They have some of the best, and that's my favorite kind of tea is an oolong. So,
And was it paired with anything? Like, were you served any like sweets or savories, or was it purely?
you had the opportunity to like order. You could order a sweet or something with it. We didn't, but I did pick up some tea and a tea set and some pineapple tea cakes. So if you want, we will be doing, well, not if you want, we're going to be doing
We're going to.
a little
You don't
YouTube
get an
video.
option.
Yeah. And we're just going to open all of that so you can see like all the stuff that I got.
Yeah, we're gonna touch base. So Bianca got some things from her trip. I got 2 cute little tea books as Christmas gifts. We're gonna kind of touch base on what we got over the holidays in another video.
Yes. But so nice, so fun. There's tea everywhere. I also had an afternoon tea at the Grand Taipei Hotel, which is a beautiful, it's huge. It's super like intricate and beautiful. It sits on top of another mountain, like a hill, super tall hill.
Side note, like I don't know why, but you know Wes Anderson, the director Wes Anderson?
Yes.
So when you said that right now, and then it was like on top of a hill, it just reminded me of his movie, The Grand Budapest
Yes.
Hotel.
You know what? It honestly reminded me of that as well.
Yeah. So I liked that movie. I thought that movie was really good. He's a very distinct visual.
Yeah.
I know Alana was
my favorite directors.
Yeah, I was gonna say Alana loves Wes Anderson. So,
I could
but
see
that
that.
just reminded me of.
I did a whole project in my studio art class senior year based off his color palettes.
And I think our cousin Erin got you a mug, didn't she? It was like a Wes Anderson, but it was like cute. It was like something like. I don't remember, but it was really cute. It was you have like a Wes Anderson inspired mug.
Nice.
But, yeah,
I
sorry.
like that.
That whole thing just made me visualize like the Grand Budapest.
The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Hotel sounds really pretty too.
Yeah. It was just really, really nice, really pretty. And so that was Taiwan. Had a lot of great tea in Taiwan. Even Starbucks, I got a hojicha latte. And it was so good. It was so good.
This is something that I've heard is that like Starbucks everywhere else in the world are actually really great compared to what you can get here in the States. Now I haven't been to parts of Asia, but like I've been to Ireland and Wales and England, and like I never had Starbucks when I was there because I was like, why would I want Starbucks when I'm on vacation? But now I'm kind of like, maybe the next time I go, I'll just like pop into one and like see if it's true.
Yeah.
So
honestly, my favorite thing, not my favorite thing, but something that I always do when I go to another country is I go to some American chain in that country. Like I'll just to see how it is.
Yeah, like
yes.
McDonald's is another one that people love to go to. In other countries.
Same.
And
I'll go there.
So Jared and I did do that. My husband and I, we did that in Ireland because we did the Jameson tour, the whiskey tour, on a Sunday. And I forget that I'm excuse me, I'm in Catholic Ireland. That means everything's closed on a Sunday.
Closed on Sundays, yeah.
And we were pretty buzzed and we needed to eat something, and the only place that was open was a McDonald's. And actually, it was probably the only time I've ever had McDonald's where I was like, this actually tastes good.
Yeah. McDonald's in every other country probably almost always tastes amazing. The only place I tried it and it wasn't great was Peru.
I thought you were about to say the only place I've tried it wasn't good was here.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I like their chicken nuggets. I was gonna order chicken nuggets for lunch today, but that's just me. Anyway. I do like to go to some sort of a chain. So I did go to Starbucks in Taiwan and Korea. And they have like just different items, and it is just so good. Like the hojicha latte that I had was incredible. It tasted like fresh, like freshly made. It also took like 15 or 20 minutes to get my latte. So I'm wondering, like, did they use loose leaf tea? I don't know.
Yeah,
but
like, was it steeped to order?
yeah, kind of. And it was so good. And then in Korea, I think I tried the matcha. I'm again not a huge fan of matcha, but it wasn't bad. And they had like all kinds of other great coffee items too. So what were you gonna say? Sorry, what were you gonna say?
One, I don't want McDonald's to have chado tea at them unless it's like a fancy McDonald's. But two, McDonald's would never buy tea as expensive as the stuff we sell.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like the fanciest McDonald's I've ever been to, and I don't think
There's a couple in Mumbai which are like huge.
Yeah, they're huge, but I don't think they're like sit down kind of
Probably
restaurants.
like Dubai or somewhere in like the United Arab Emirates or something. They probably
I'm
have like
trying to
fancy
think.
ones.
I think so. Like
I will say that if Dubai even has a McDonald's.
They probably do. They have like everything.
No, I mean in the sense of like McDonald's.
yeah, like Dubai is actually they're very picky about the kind of
Like they could have something
things that they carry.
expensive and elite and specific.
Yeah, or like Actually, that's a great thing. We should look that up.
Hold on, I'm googling this now.
Is there McDonald's in Dubai? Yeah. Hey Siri, is there McDonald's in Dubai?
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Oh my god. Okay. Hey Siri, is there McDonald's in Dubai?
You'll need to turn on location services.
It would have been quicker just like typing it into Google.
I'm doing it right now.
There is McDonald's in Dubai.
So if the McDonald's in Dubai would like to purchase our tea.
No, this is showing me LA. No, Siri.
No, they do.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. The way that it usually works is that like one rich guy in Dubai bought the franchise rights, and then like whoever's in charge of all of that.
Yeah.
The people who are in charge of that kind of stuff.
Shout out to that rich guy in Dubai. If you want to purchase tea for your McDonald's in Dubai, you can purchase our tea.
They buy all of the tea that we're trying to buy from India, so I'm unhappy about it.
That's true.
Oh, so
Let's cut this conversation to something
I don't
else.
think so. This is about tea.
Okay.
I can talk about
Why don't you talk about it?
how the Middle East is buying up all of the Assam, and now we don't have any Assam here.
We should just move to Dubai.
I cannot afford Dubai. So have fun in Dubai.
You don't know that. There's plenty of people there that are just living, okay? There's taxi
Yeah,
drivers.
you know what you've never seen though is
I
any
have
of the
seen-
non-rich people in
I
Dubai.
did-
You know
I
why?
have
It's because
seen
they live in
that.
tunnels.
I
Because
have
they
seen
live in
that.
tiny shacks.
I did see that. I met people and like
You
went into
don't have a
homes
city
there.
that wealthy without
So-
some really poor people to step on.
That's everything.
Well, what I'm saying is there's a range, okay? There's ranges of places you can live. It's not just the wealthy and the poor. There is a middle class
No,
in
the
Dubai.
more wealthy that they are, the less middle class they have. That's how it works.
yeah.
I will say I do know
There is a middle class in Dubai. I'm
I'm
saying
confident.
that
I've never
I-
left the airport.
I
Oh, you
I
have.
went to
Oh, you
Dubai.
did?
I've spent time in Dubai.
Did you meet all of the middle class people in Dubai?
I met a lot of middle class people in Dubai. I've also met sheikhs in Dubai, and I met like taxi drivers there. Like, yeah, there's a middle class. Okay, it is very much like a New York City, Mumbai. Was there an earthquake? Did you feel that?
I heard this window creak.
I didn't feel anything, but I heard the window
I
creak.
felt the sofa.
Well, they did say, okay, so I don't know if you guys, hold on, not to change
Sorry.
the topic, but like, I don't know if you guys saw that San Francisco's been getting some earthquakes,
There was an earthquake in Japan this morning.
and they said that we might get some down this way.
Firequake?
Stop. Tornadoes.
A firequake tornado, that would be great.
I gotta look it up.
That a volcano in Oregon is going to erupt.
2025, the year that the
God.
West Coast officially destroys
I'm
itself.
not even joking. It's like for a fact. Like specific people came out and they discussed it. I don't know which branch of scientists this would be specifically, but they came out and actually spoke about it.
The volcanologists, obviously.
Wow.
Volcanologist? I like how you say the volcanologist. Okay, maybe it wasn't. I don't know,
they
but I
said
felt
it's
something.
predicted that it.
So hold on though, I have to ask.
100%.
100%.
Alana's like, it's official, don't Google it. But
I'm letting you know it's 100%.
100%.
just take my word for it.
100%.
And
What?
that has been your Brood Awakening.
Shout out to the people in Oregon. We'll miss you.
That I like that. That has been your Brood Awakening. Wow. Korea, like tea wise, I didn't experience much. It was freezing in Korea.
So they get very cold winters over there then. by the sound
Very,
of it.
very cold winters. I did have some
Was it
really
snowing?
good food. It was snowing one day. Yeah.
Magical.
But not like snow that sticks to the ground. So
Just enough to,
unfortunately,
like,
yeah.
it's pretty,
Yeah.
but that's about it.
I did go. I'm sorry, I'm screaming. I did go to the DMZ. I went on a bunch of tours in Korea, which was I love doing tours. That's my favorite thing. Put me on a bus, and because the naps in between places are immaculate.
So American of you.
I love it. Anyway, I did a tour of Busan. So I went to Busan first, and then to Seoul, and from Seoul we took a bus to the demilitarized zone, and that was really interesting. Okay, so part of this tour that pissed me off, I'm not gonna lie, is there's a tunnel. So North Korea is known for like having built tunnels to try and infiltrate South Korea. So they found one of them and blocked it off. So we go down tunnel number 3, I believe it is, and you have to walk down like 200 meters, like a steep hill.
What's that in like feet or yards?
I don't know. Hey Siri.
600.
600 feet?
Yeah. Times 3. A meter and a yard are the same length.
I didn't know that.
I
Okay.
didn't either.
I can't do math.
I
so-
genuinely think you guys didn't pay attention in school.
I did
Brendan,
not pay
I
attention
pieced
to
out at
math.
12:15 every day to go play golf.
Every classroom had a yardstick in it.
I didn't.
You didn't need it was just on the wall at all times was a
I don't
yardstick.
remember.
It's also
I just don't
been,
remember.
I'm not
I don't
gonna,
use
I'm not
meters.
gonna
I
date
don't
myself,
remember.
but it's been a while since I was in a classroom.
You did a bachelor's degree in math.
You think I was using meter sticks in my pure
I
math
used meter
education?
sticks less times than you, okay?
Yeah.
Than you, probably. All right, you saw 600 meters, or 200 meters is 600 feet. Much more than I did.
Anywho, you went down
Yeah,
the
so
tunnel.
I went down
tunnel
the tunnel.
number 3.
Tunnel number 3, and you go down, and they have like, so you go all the way down in these little tunnels, and I don't know how soldiers are doing this with like their gear and guns and everything, but
like
you
the
go
weight
down,
and
and then there's a wall, okay, at the very end, and just like a tiny window. It's maybe like this big, and you look through it, and there's nothing there, and then you have to walk back up this hill.
So wait, they took you down this tunnel to
For
have you look
no
out a window.
Yes.
Did they think that they needed to prove to you that there was a tunnel and that they didn't just
I
obviously-
think they
The
could have
reason was to
just
see
looked
the-
at it and been like, okay, there's a tunnel. I believe you.
The
Like,
reason was to see the other half of the tunnel through the window.
But
you
there was
couldn't
nothing.
see. You couldn't see the other half of the tunnel.
was it dark?
No. When I tell you there was nothing there, there was a light and like a fern, like a
That's
plant,
nice.
They put a plant.
and then there was like another wall and another walls to keep them from like.
They're like, look, it's a little dark down
There
here.
was
We need some
nothing
greenery.
there. And it was like. This was ridiculous because we had a bunch of coats on because it was so cold and half of the tour was like outside, and we had to walk up this hill and we're like sweating. It's hot in this tunnel. We come back up and then we're wet from the sweat and it's cold outside. Anyway,
Well, I have a
Well, they just wanted to give you the real North Korean experience.
Yeah, they wanted it. They
Boy,
wanted you to
did
feel.
yeah.
I have a question. Did you get to see, because I know there's a section where you are allowed to film, where they say you can. It's the section where you can actually place a foot on, like, the territory of North Korea, and where you can actually see the fake town that they set up in the.
Alana, that's how you lose a foot.
Yeah.
So we did see the fake town. We did not step foot. We did not step foot in North Korea.
Wink.
No wink. This is deadpan.
Well,
But
to
we
my
did see
question,
the
though,
fake town.
Is there not? Because I've seen on videos. Is there not a portion where they let you do that?
Not where
It's
not
part
where
of,
I
like,
went.
the safe zone, but it is technically a piece of like North Korea that you can step.
Oh, I know what
There
you're talking
mi-
about.
I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't. That wasn't on my tour.
Okay.
I don't think tours actually are allowed to do that. I think you have to have like really special clearance for that because it's that's where like you'll see a lot of like dignitaries or
no, I saw an influencer do it.
well maybe they shouldn't have or maybe they
No,
paid
did
off
it
somebody.
Legally, they were on a tour for
Huh.
it. Yeah.
I mean, maybe if you were looking for that kind of a tour, you could have done it. But
Yeah, I was not looking for that kind of a tour.
I was not looking for the tour I went on. I didn't understand the tunnel. I didn't understand why I needed to go. They could have shown us a video of it as we were driving into. Like, I didn't need to
Yeah, that's a waste of
experience that
time.
kind of cardio.
That's a waste of
So
time.
then, after the tunnels, you were thirsty for some tea. Where'd you go?
Yeah, where'd you go?
Oh, before we get into that, anybody who does have access to North Korean tea, there's one garden in North Korea that grows tea. I can't get it in America.
No shit.
Really?
So
Cut that out, please. Cut out, please.
Are you sure?
Just
I
bleep it.
don't want to curse on the podcast.
Well, she can bleep
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
If you do.
you don't want to curse, or there's no cursing on the podcast?
No cursing on the podcast.
Can we bleep them out?
We can bleep them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, there is?
Yeah, there's like a little island to the southwest, in the southwest of North Korea, that grows tea. I know it is available somehow because other people in other countries can get it.
I'm sure China can
why
get
don't
it.
we pay someone in another country to get it for us?
No,
and
why
then
don't we send Brendan
import
to
it.
vlog North Korea for him to get the tea?
Yeah.
I do.
That's what we need to do.
Why don't we should
Alana.
look into the tour.
I'm sorry. I think we need a new editor, guys.
I'll go to North Korea to film you getting the tea.
Then we'll definitely need a new editor.
Why do I feel like the two of them would actually be more dangerous than sending you and I?
I actually
Yeah.
think you would be the most respectful.
It would be fun.
Because neither of you would say anything.
But that being said, yeah, if you can get me some North Korean tea, send an email to podcast@chadotea.com.
Wait, we have an email now?
Email?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we do because
remember?
I used
yeah.
it. Yep, don't mind me.
Send it to our email.
Anyway, I did have tea after that. We did go and have like a traditional lunch, which was delicious. That was probably one of the best meals I had in
Do you
in
love
Korea.
Korean food?
Yeah, Korean food is really, really good. I will say I'm not a huge fan. So I'm Gujarati, and if you know Gujarati food, you know that it's always like there's always some sort of sweetness in the food for whatever reason.
Do they add sugar? Or?
Yeah, they add molasses or jaggery.
Oh, molasses can be quite sugary, but also distinct
Yes.
taste-wise.
Yes, and I don't like that. So a lot of Korean food was that like kind of like that, like a little sweet, which I'm not a huge fan of. But I did have some really, really good food, like I had the most amazing Wagyu beef at a street market. And
No cursing, but your entire Indian family knows you get to eat beef.
that's been your brood awakening.
Just for your family, though.
Just for the family. Hello, I'm in America. Anyway, that was Korea. I didn't do too much tea stuff in Korea, but it was a great time. And we'll be doing some unboxing stuff about Taiwan.
Whole video for
Yeah.
A whole video
Yeah, which I'm excited about.
unboxing. So now, Siobhan, now that I'm done after a half hour, what did you do over the break?
So it was quite eventful. We moved. So that was okay. So I honestly thought it was going to be more hectic than it was, but I was so well prepared and had everything so packed that when the movers came, they were honestly like, "Oh wow, this is going to be a very easy move." They had our entire apartment in the truck in an hour.
Wow, you did a good job.
Like they were like, "You're actually." This is the most like well prepared for a move that we've ever seen. And I was like,
Look at you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought the moving day was going to be so stressful, and it wound up being the easiest day of the entire like moving process. So that was really nice. But not too much, because with the move, we kind of kept it simple. We did a family day. Well, we went to Knott's, and I was really disappointed. So our family always goes to Knott's at Christmas time. And I wanted to they have a boysenberry tea latte that I wanted to get. They were sold out. So I was really disappointed for that, because I wanted to try it. And then 2 days before Christmas, though, and you did this too once you got back from your trip, we went 2 days before Christmas to Warner Brothers for the
Stars Hollow
Christmas,
so
which
cute.
was incredible. I honestly
Felt like I
walking
was in an
around
episode.
there. I felt like I was in an episode.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm half expecting like Lane to walk out of Kim's Antiques and to see Rory and Lorelai strolling through like the town center. But
I think
something,
this is very niche. If you like Gilmore Girls.
yeah, if you like Gilmore Girls, but something I was really disappointed by, and I know we just kind of briefly touched on this before the episode started, was they had an afternoon tea experience at the Dragonfly Inn, but we didn't get there till about like 4:45, 5 o'clock. Our tour ended, which I'm glad we did, because all of the Christmas lights were on, which made it more magical than
at
the
night.
daytime.
Yes.
But they had stopped serving tea.
Yeah, same.
And I was really disappointed by that.
Yeah, you'd have to get there at like 9 a.m. to get their afternoon tea.
And there's no reservations. It's just like first come, first serve.
But they had like scones, and
Yeah.
I didn't know that they had that. Like, that's not something anybody really advertised at all.
So I took a picture. So I thought we would kind of like go over it really quickly. They had 3 different offerings. They had the Nutcracker Sweet Plate, which was a scone with lemon curd and clotted cream, petit fours, a Rocky Road cookie, which that's kind of cute because that's like harkens back to that episode with
I took a
Rory
picture of
and
it.
Dean. Chocolate ganache with raspberries, fruit tea, fresh fruit, and a choice of hot tea. The one that I really, really wanted to do was the DAR tea experience.
Yeah, same.
Which was kind
the
of
big
like
one.
their
Yeah.
version of like our celebration tea, like their big tea. And it came with the scone, petit fours, the Rocky Road cookie, the ganache, a Dragonfly Inn cookie. And then for their sandwiches, they had a chicken cranberry finger sandwich, cucumber and hummus, which I thought was kind of interesting, a roast beef finger sandwich, pesto pasta, fresh fruit, and hot tea. Now for the hot teas,
They only have 3.
There was only
teas,
3. Yeah.
which was jasmine, black, Earl Grey, and citrus mint herbal.
Yeah, so-
which is kind of sad.
I'm not really surprised though, because
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't an actual tea room.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
It's
just
not. I actually don't even know where they would serve it.
So it was
because where
actually,
was the
did you go into
seating?
the Dragonfly?
Yeah.
So when we had gone in, they did have the tables out still. So like it was served in there.
Okay. I would have
so-
liked to have
Question,
experienced the
you're
tea
saying
there.
it was served in the set.
Yes, like in the house of.
Spoiler alert. The Dragonfly doesn't exist anymore. Like the actual structure of the Dragonfly on the studio doesn't exist anymore. Lorelai's house exists, and like Suki's exists, and Luke's Diner, you know, like those all kind of exist. But like they kind of would like what they call those is like a swing set sort of a thing. So the structure has since changed. So it was actually, and it's kind of funny because I was rewatching Gilmore Girls for like the millionth time the other day.
Same.
And I was watching an episode, and they were walking down near Suki's house in the episode, and the building across the way was actually where they had the Dragonfly
Yes. Yeah.
for this tour. But during the show, because like I've been to Warner Brothers a few times, and a few times when we were there, Gilmore Girls was actually filming, like it was still in production. That was actually like on a whole different part of the back lot. It wasn't anywhere near like the town center.
Yeah.
So it was like its own full on big structure.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the actual Dragonfly, but they had like the sign that had been on the original set. They had like put that on there and stuff. But yeah, it wasn't the actual Dragonfly. It was just one of the structures within the town center that they had. But yeah, I wanted to do the afternoon tea, and then I was really bummed that they had stopped serving it, and I hadn't really seen anybody post about it on TikTok either. There was like a ton of TikToks about the actual experience, but no one really was posting about the tea, because I think it's because it wasn't
I think they just
promoted.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
also, like, how are you? I mean, I don't know. But next year I will be looking for it and I will be going back.
I think
so
we
that
should
I
go
can try
back
the tea.
and do a little
We will
video.
be going because Brendan, I wasn't invited to either of the times these two went.
Fun fact, Brendan has also watched Gilmore Girls. And is a
Yeah,
fan.
all I can say is Suki would never only have 3 teas.
No, Suki wouldn't.
No, dead ass. Like
Suki would have, like,
would have
the-
7 different teas like per sandwich.
Yeah.
She would have all kinds of desserts and all kinds of Suki.
I love Suki. And
Best
it's a
character.
shame that she only had one little scene in the revival. Anyway.
She kind of annoyed me.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So that was cool. Did you see that they had the little dragonfly in teapots and teacups?
I did. I actually bought a cup because I don't have room for the mug.
Yeah.
Is it the sage green mug?
Yes.
I have a
I got that too.
Funny.
I wanted
That's
the
so
teapot,
funny.
but I don't have any room for the
I
teapot.
don't have any. Now you do though. But
I do
don't
now,
have
but do I
any
need
room for
another
it.
teapot? I have like a million.
I don't have room. I don't have any teapots. I think.
Oh, I've got
I think I
so
have like
many.
a small one, but I don't really have room
so
for
many.
it. But
I didn't actually realize, but when I was packing up our kitchen, I have a Chato like elephant teapot.
oh yeah,
I have one. Didn't know I had it. Had one. But yeah, so I have one of those. But yeah, so that was really cool. And then Christmas was chill. I was with Alana.
Don't dox us. Don't bring in like.
I'm not saying where, Alana. I'm just saying it was chill. I was with Alana. And my
I'm
parents.
I was with Alana in Ohio in
Alana.
Cleveland.
I
At
didn't
the
say like
Hilton.
where.
One of
and
my friends
I was
lives
with
in Ohio.
I didn't say where I was with you. I just said I was with Alana. I was with my family on the holidays. That's
Shout
pretty
out to
normal.
my friend who lives in Ohio.
That's pretty normal to be with your family on the holidays, Alana.
Do you want to shout out anyone? Brendan? This is shout out
What?
time, I guess.
Oh, have
I
one.
spent time with my cats.
Shout out to his cat.
One of my cats is dying, which is great. I have to put her down in 2 months, which is great.
it's actually really sad. Like
Yeah,
I
I'm
saw
gonna get
her-
emotional.
I saw. So
can't
when I
handle pets
evacuated, I
dying.
went and I stayed with Brendan, and this cat's got tumors.
Okay, you're gonna
And
make me cry.
Don't
can't
Took that
handle.
way too seriously.
I can't
can tell you
handle
did it as a
like
funny.
pets.
I mean,
and
it's
death.
true, but yeah, I did it.
It
as
is
funny.
true, like poor kid. Like, but the thing is that this cat doesn't even know she's got cancer
No,
or
they
anything.
don't.
She's still sassy. She's still like
Well, that's nice.
rah, all the
Changing her
time.
personality.
No, it hasn't changed her personality, but oh my god, she has. You just like feel her body. It's like bumps. And It's just
Okay.
so sad.
Now I'm
it's
really
so
sad.
I'm
All right.
sorry, Brendan. So, how was your Christmas?
What did I do?
Were you with this one?
No,
Oh, God, no.
Oh no, you were
I was
traveling.
in Korea.
Yeah, some of us don't like our sister, Siobhan.
Yeah. That's sad.
Plot twist: I like Alana, but she doesn't like me.
Don't
Just
make
kidding.
yourself a victim.
Hold on, though. I do want to say a shout out, though. I had a shout out.
Say it.
So my best friend Marilyn, you met her, Leanne.
Yes.
She had her baby.
Oh,
So
nice.
it was a girl. We didn't know what it was gonna be, but it's a girl. Her name's Ada. So she was born. She's a Capricorn.
Yay!
So-
Capricorn.
Shout out to Leanne and Lewis and baby Ada.
Nice.
So,
Oh, that's nice.
Sorry, I was just very excited about that.
Okay, back to you, Brendan. Tell us how your Christmas was without your sister.
Yeah.
It was good. I won a bunch of vintage tea sets at auction last week. So I made Bianca, with her broken back, go and pack stuff for me, which was great.
I'm excited to see those.
So that was actually, that's a funny story. This is over this past weekend that, okay, so if you know me, you know that I love my brother. Like, I love my brother. He does not share the same sentiment towards me.
I
but
love you. I just.
He doesn't.
different
We
kind of
can
love.
spend maybe like 7 hours together a week, maybe.
And which is going to be great because we're going to Fiji together in a few months, or next month actually, and it's going to be wonderful because we're going to spend every waking moment together.
if I find my passport.
That's another story.
He knows
Story
what it
for
is,
another
but he's
time.
Just pretending he doesn't.
His friend is coming. Like, fine, then I'll spend the time with Caleb. Okay, whatever. Caleb's like a brother too. He's I think he's very similar with me, like as Brendan is, like very sassy towards me.
Oh, and he looks at our TikTok all the time because we
Yes.
have that notification on where you can see when someone's viewed your account, and I've seen that name before.
For like watching TikTok all the time.
No, we love the
He
support.
watches our TikToks. I don't know.
That's not a
his
dox, that's a
habits.
support. We love the support.
But anyway, so this past weekend, if you know me, I love Brendan. That's what I was saying. And every time I like get dressed for work and stuff, I'm always like, will I match with Brendan? Because he's helped me like kind of find my style and stuff. But anyway, over this weekend, it was him, it was me, it was his friend Tamalika and my boyfriend, and we were all wearing brown and white. And I didn't have a white shirt, so Brendan gave me a white shirt, and I didn't have a brown jacket, so Brendan gave me a brown jacket, and we matched. Okay, we looked good. We looked like siblings on fire. We're both wearing jeans and white shirt, brown jacket. I looked good. I think I was wearing that jacket he's wearing right now. Anyway, I threw my back out, and we went to the auction. He's like, I want you to see the stuff I won at auction, which is a bunch of china and stuff, which will be available for sale on the Chado's website.
Yeah, some point this year, 2025. So no spoilers.
Sorry.
It's a teaser.
You'll be able to get some really good stuff on Chado's website.
But it's limited
stay
quantity,
tuned.
so
Limited quantity. It's like one set
Don't
of each.
sleep on it.
I'm gonna cut you off for a second. Is it a definite that you're gonna be doing that, or are you still?
Well, I bought them and they're in my garage,
Okay.
so.
No, I have to double check because there's been times where they both say we're 1,000% doing this. It doesn't happen, and I'm like, I have to cut that out because we don't know if something's 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to happen next week, but
No.
it'll happen
No,
this
at
week.
at some
sometime
point.
this year we will have China on site. So subscribe to our email list, and you'll know when they
Subscribe
come
to our
on the
email list, subscribe
Yeah.
to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our podcast.
subscribe for news
Just
and information.
everywhere, so you just can't get away from us.
Okay, let me finish the story. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
wanna talk about New
anyway,
Year's.
Brendan. I dressed like him. We matched. It looked really awesome. And then my back is broken. And what we didn't know, what he did not tell us, is we have to pack all of these items. Okay, there must be like 400 or 500 items in that have been purchased. Okay.
Because they're these like whole sets.
We have not. Yes, these are whole sets. We haven't
Oh,
even
so
packed
there's
all of them.
a lot.
Okay, and we're sitting there just like packing each individually. And his friend Tamalika, she flew in from New York like for a fun weekend, and this is what he has us doing. So his manipulation tactic. I was so excited to match with him and like be, what he really did was match me to be like his worker. And I was, and Tamalika too, with a brown shirt, white, or brown sweater, white shirt. All of us looked like we were working for him, packing these freaking boxes of china. So
Minions.
yeah, I was gonna
his
say
minions. And he totally took advantage of the fact that I was
Should've
so
put you
excited.
guys in yellow.
Yeah, and he knew like, okay, if I give her the white shirt, she'll like be super super happy to match
wanna
me.
go outside.
I'll
She'll
and
want people to
we'll
see
show you a picture. Can you put a picture up? I have the picture of us.
Send it to me, sure.
Yeah, I will. So
Well,
anyway.
so quick touch base on New Year. Were you home for New Year's? You were back from your travels?
I
by
was.
then, correct?
I went back in time, y'all. And this is incredible. I left at 2:30 p.m. on New Year's Eve. It was 2:30 p.m. in Seoul, New Year's Eve. I got to America at 8:30 a.m. New Year's Eve.
You lived 2 New Year's Eves.
Yeah, no, not. Oh, wait,
Kind of.
I guess, yeah. So that's incredible. Like, I literally went back in time. I gained, how many hours is that? Like 6 hours of my life back.
Yeah. Huh. So did you just chill at home?
I chilled at home. No, chilled at home, and then on the 1st there was the Rose Parade in Pasadena. And
Did you wind up going?
yes, we went. We brought chairs out, and we sat. We watched the whole parade. That was
nice,
awesome because I
nice.
live very not far from.
Don't
the
dox
parade.
yourself, but yeah.
that's very not far.
Oh, that's nice.
Sometimes y'all say too much on these.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
lovely.
Well,
Yeah, we just stayed at
Now you know.
home. We stayed at home. I was sick on so New Year's Day is my wedding anniversary. We celebrated 3 years. I like, holy crap, how has it been 3 years? Like she's like, I don't know. But I got sick, so I spent my wedding anniversary sick.
She was supposed to come to the race.
I was supposed to go to the races with the whole family.
Because it's a tradition when we were little too.
Like
whole
the
family-
Santa Anita?
Santa Anita.
Yeah.
That is so like,
So like we were gonna
rich.
So it's kind of interesting is like this year there's been kind of like a little resurgence
She
and
missed it
bringing back like family traditions and stuff. And
Do you wear like Kentucky Derby like outfits? Because I want to do this and I want to wear an outfit.
I think you should come next year with
Yeah, we're gonna do it next year.
I want to wear a hat and like one of those dresses
We'll
and
do it.
heels.
From what I saw this year, it did get a little bit more casual, but I think that's just a cultural thing in America because since like the lockdown, I feel fashion wear has gotten more casual, like going out places. But I mean, that didn't stop me and Mom from having like, a cute coat and gloves and like earmuffs.
But so I was really sad because I really wanted to go, and my husband has never been, so I wanted to like share that family tradition with him, and then like see my family and cousins, my aunt and uncles. Or like we would always go, like the whole West Coast kind of like family that's here would go. So I was bummed. I just sat at home watching everybody's Instagram stories.
Aww.
But we did reminisce about my favorite story from our wedding when you and Penelope showed up late, which that's
a story for the ages.
That is a story for the ages. Maybe we can just do a short version.
Well, okay. How do I condense this? Well, basically, our friend Penelope, I know we've mentioned her before. She's a pharmacist.
Yep.
She and I were staying together on the property where Siobhan's wedding was.
La Quinta Resort and Spa. We want to if you want to purchase tea.
And what happened is, I was ready to go. I was the witness at her wedding.
Yep.
And Penelope did not know that. So she was taking her time. And Siobhan we talked about this every single day. She said, at what, 4:30?
4:30,
At
the gate was
exactly
closing.
4:30, the gate is going to close. Do not be late. So I drove. I'm like, and also I took a few shots, and it takes about 30 minutes for alcohol to metabolize, right?
It was a really short drive too. You were like 2 minutes
literally
away.
like a 2-minute drive.
Yes.
If you weren't lost, you would have
No.
ended up there in like 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So I told Penelope, we gotta go before this alcohol kicks in. Let's go. So I drove to the wrong place, was told like, no, it's on the back side, even though we could have walked through there. There was signage everywhere.
Yeah.
But
Just whoever
so
helps
we
them
drove
didn't-
back around
An
and
employee made it very difficult.
Made it more
and
difficult than it should have been.
confusing
But
for
I will
Needed to
preface
be.
that like this resort's 45 acres. Like it's a
Yes.
big resort.
but to get to hers would have been a 3-minute walk.
Yeah.
Instead it turned into another drive. Get out of the car, and I'm running, and we're like in our heels and in our dresses, and in comes a golf cart being driven by a man in a sequin tuxedo. And he's like, get in the golf cart.
Can I
So
take
we-
it from here just
Yes,
to show
why don't you go
another
ahead?
perspective? So I also showed up like maybe 1 minute late.
And she
but-
visited me when I was waiting to go
Yeah, I went
down the
upstairs
aisle.
to visit you. And I think I told you as well, like, Bianca and Penelope are currently late.
Well, okay, so hold on. I have a very small little tidbit to put in here because I didn't know any of this was happening. I was in the room waiting to make my dramatic entrance down the staircase of the La Casa space, which was Greta Garbo's desert retreat. And I'm just standing there, and I'm chill, I'm good, whatever. A little nervous, but not too bad. And we had a wedding planner. It was my cousin and his husband, and his assistant comes up and was like, "We're just a couple minutes behind because someone's late." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." They're like, "They told us we couldn't close the gates because it's your boss." Yeah. And I was like, "Yeah, please don't close the gates on her. She's also my witness."
So I was down
that
at
was
the
all. That
I
was
down
all
at
I
the
knew.
entrance with my dad and my mom, and my other friend Michaela, who also we showed up together at the same time, and we were standing there, and that's when there was like a little bit of a franticness because the wedding planner obviously was like, we're missing the main person who needs to witness this right now. And so then
We also had our license.
so then his husband ran up to me and my mom, Douglas, and he was like, "What do they look like?" Because he had a golf cart, and we explained what they looked like. And
Ethnic ones.
now, nobody said that, by the way, just to clarify.
The Indian and the Nigerian.
Penelope and Bianca came back, and when they explained to everyone, that's how they explained themselves.
So who are those girls that were late? The ethnic ones.
And he was like, "What do they look like?" And we told him exactly what do you look like, and then we said the names, and he was like, "Okay." And he like sprinted to a golf cart and drove off.
I don't know where he got this golf
don't know where
cart.
he got-
Oh, we rented one for the day
Okay.
because the
so
property was so
when-
big. Yeah.
When you guys were driving back in, I was standing at the exit because I was texting Penelope, literally sending her directions, but she did not figure them out either.
Penelope was a little buzzed.
And so they pulled up
Yeah.
in this golf cart, and Bianca's sitting in the front next to Douglas, and you're just kind of like,
I'm covering because
you're just
at this
kind of
point,
not covering your face,
I'm
but
like
you were
just
like, oh,
head
like kind
down.
of like annoyed because you were late. And then in the back, Penelope's like hanging a little bit outside of the cart, and she's waving,
like a
and
queen.
she's like, "Hi everyone, we're here."
We're here.
And Bianca, I could see
I'm
Bianca.
so embarrassed because everybody turned around to look at us. Everybody's already seated and waiting for this thing to happen. And I was like, "Roar," this golf cart comes in. Everybody
It was
stands
so
up
funny
to turn
though, because
around.
Penelope's waving like the queen, and I saw Bianca at one point. You were like, Penelope.
Stop. Like, why are you like this?
And I didn't make the situation any better because I had like reserved seats for certain friends. So they were up at the front.
Yeah, so
They were
had
in
to
like
walk
And
down
the
the aisle.
I was apologizing to everybody. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, because when they showed up and they went to go walk down because there was like noise at the back, obviously, everyone thought that it was Siobhan.
Yes, that's
So-
what
Yeah,
everyone
because nobody
stood
knew that I
up.
was going to be coming down from the staircase and not from
so
the
like
back.
most
Yeah.
of the people, they either turned around to make sure, or half of them stood up, and it's just Bianca walking down the aisle. And she's going, "Hi, sorry, I'm the witness. Hi, sorry."
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And I'm like,
And I know like Alana was texting Penelope and my maid of honor Erica was texting you.
yes. So at one point, her maid of honor calls me, and I'm like, just start the. I'm like in tears. I'm like, just start the wedding. I'm so sorry. Like, I'll watch from the gate. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm trying to get there. But thankfully,
You made it.
I made it.
Could you imagine Bianca pressing her face against the gate, watching you crying? That's so sad.
I do remember though, because I could see everybody like from where I was. Nobody knew I was there, but I could see everybody because I was above everyone. And like I do remember watching the two of you walk in to your seats, and Penelope is so oblivious. Penelope is living her best life, and you're just like,
Not a
at one
care
point
in
you
the
went like
world.
this. You were like, Penelope, let's go, Penelope. And I'm just like there, and I'm laughing, and I remember being like, I'm not nervous anymore. Like I'm just.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite story.
It is,
of
yeah.
that whole wedding because I think it's so fun.
There's always got to be something
Yeah.
that like slightly goes wrong at a wedding.
But it wasn't a
But
stressful
it wasn't even
thing,
like a
though.
bad
It was
thing.
literally a
It was
fun
just-
Oh,
anecdote.
I was
thing.
stressed
Oh, I'm
out.
sorry.
But I'm
For
glad
us, it
that
was funny.
I'm glad that it turned into a fun story that we'll tell forever.
Forever.
And after that, that's how we've become so close. And yeah, I was a witness at her wedding.
Yeah, she's
my
forever
signature
inked on
is-
my marriage license.
That's
It was
right.
our dad actually who went up to security specifically because they were like basically being like, "Oh, sir, we're like we need to close the gate now because it's at the time limit." And he literally told them like, "No, you can't do that. That's my daughter's boss." He said, "We have to wait for her."
He was like, I didn't want to say like that's my daughter's boss. He's like, because I didn't want to like make it sound like such a big thing. And he was like, but I couldn't just, if I said like it's my daughter's boss, that sounds more serious than it's my daughter's friend.
Yeah.
Because they were basically saying
Yeah.
like there's a whole time frame, like you already told people like we have to close it. So he was like, "That's my daughter's boss." And security
Yeah.
was like, "Okay."
He was like,
Understood.
yeah, they're like, oh, okay.
I felt
because
so
Bianca
bad.
has a thing about she's like, don't tell people. Remember that time there was like, she's my
Yeah.
boss. It was like a joke.
It was every time we would hang out.
Yeah, I'd be like, this
Siobhan's
is my
just really
boss.
proud
Which
to say that you're one of her bosses.
And honestly, it makes me really proud to be her boss. But we were
But
just
also
at,
stop, Siobhan.
We were at Matador in Fullerton,
my boss.
and she's
The
like,
waiter,
"Hey boss,
she
you want tacos?" Like, "Hey boss, you want another margarita?" Hey boss, like stop. Like we're
It
with
was
all
funny.
her friends.
It was a running joke for a while. Yeah.
You're at a gas station. The guy's like, "Do you want a receipt?" And you go, "That's okay. This is my boss." Just telling anybody you can that she.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with what
that
you're
was
doing.
funny. And then after that, it went off without a hitch for the rest of the night. I think that was the. Otherwise, I think that was the only thing that no one told me otherwise. If anything went wrong that evening, but otherwise. That was the only thing, and so that's one of my favorite New Year's memories. And we served
Yes.
Chateau tea at our wedding.
That's right.
I don't know how we pulled that off. All I know is that our planner pulled it off because they do have their own like selection of teas that you had to like serve. But he made it happen, and I think we served Devon's Legacy Chai, white champagne raspberry, and no.
Shangri-La Green, maybe?
No, we don't have Jasmine
It was a
Green.
big hit
Jasmine
too.
Green. That's right.
Yeah, so we served it at our wedding. I have a picture too of it like set out on our dessert table.
If you also want chado at your wedding, which we've done multiple times.
Yeah. We've done caterings for weddings.
Yeah. Email podcast at chadotea.com.
Yeah.
We'll stick
you'll
a
find-
picture. I have a picture. Our wedding photographer, who was my cousin, she took a cute picture and like, I don't even know how this happened, but our planner also like had something printed and it had like the Chado logo on it.
Yeah.
And he put it in the tea sachet box that the resort provided. I was just like, I walked up and I was like, oh,
This looks nice.
I didn't know that any of this happened. But so, La Quinta, let us be your tea supplier.
We can also make cocktail recipes out of tea. So
Absolutely.
sort of at your-
We're really, really good at that,
at your-
actually.
Yeah, we are. And mocktails. And I will say this, La Quinta, you need an afternoon tea service. You don't have an afternoon tea service. And if you're going to do it, let us be your, little expertise.
We love La Quinta.
We do. We just had a girls trip there in
We
September.
just did a girls trip there. I was late to a wedding there. You've
got
already served my
engaged
tea
there.
at a wedding there. So
Yeah.
just make it a thing. Come on, La Quinta. Get with it.
That's a wrap on the first episode for 2025.
Yes, we've already had a crazy couple weeks into the new year.
Yeah, in California. Let's hope that things start
Everything
to settle
gets
down and
better.
gets better.
Yeah, I have high hopes for this year. I know that this year is going to be great. So thanks for listening, guys.
Bye, guys.